Preschool teachers. Preschool teachers guide children through their first formal school experiences. The children begin school with widely varying abilities and aptitudes, and are from every socio-economic, cultural and religious background. The vast diversity poses opportunities and challenges alike for the teachers trained to help those young students. Children attending preschool are 4, 5 and 6 years old. At that young age, children still learn mainly through play. Because children learn through play and activities, and through songs and rhyming games, preschool teachers tend to develop creative lesson plans which allow for plenty of interaction with the teacher, as well as the other children, games which teach social and academic skills. There is also plenty of time for unstructured play and learning experiences. A preschool teacher may help children build social skills by encouraging them to work together. They may lay the foundation of math and science, the aptitude by asking the children to balance blocks to build a bridge, or by mixing paints of primary colors to create new colors. Songs and singing games can help children learn the basics of spelling, geography, environmental science and even the basics of astronomy. Generally, children who have positive learning experiences in preschool have a much greater chance at academic success through graduation from high school and beyond. For many children, preschool is their first opportunity for cooperative play and learning. So, not only do preschool teachers lay the foundations for lessons in math, reading, writing, spelling, science, social studies, physical education, music, art, and technology, they also are charged with the task of teaching social skills and building self-esteem. Most preschool students require lessons in even more basic personal skills, as well. Preschool teachers, in addition to academic lessons, teach children about good health and hygiene habits, independence and nutrition. They also teach children about negotiation, self-control and following rules. Preschool teachers also deal with students who may be less able to express themselves as well as older children, so they must be able to identify physical illnesses. They must be very aware of psychological issues, such as children who are coping with negative forces such as stress at home due to parents' problems, or even a positive happening, like the arrival of a new sibling. They also can be the first person to spot indicators of developmental problems, vision problems, and adjustment issues. A child's first educational experience is a family affair, so preschool teachers interact frequently with parents and guardians. They also are the first to assign their students homework, teach lessons and give tests, grade papers and projects, and write report cards. They often work with parents to help the student improve his or her skills at this early and very critical stage of education. On top of this abundance of classroom tasks, preschool teachers also must keep pace with the ever-changing profession of teaching. Philosophies about learning change over the course of a career, and preschool teachers, along with all teachers, must keep abreast of the most effective teaching methods. Curricula change from year to year, and even the goals and desired outcomes are altered based on new research. Preschool teachers, like most other teachers, plan lessons, administer lessons, assign homework, grade assignments and tests, prepare report cards, and maintain classroom discipline. They also watch for students' special skills in order to help them develop them, as well as watch for students' academic weaknesses in order to help correct them before the students move on to the first grade. Preschool teachers give their young students their first lessons in math, science and reading. Although the instruction may look very little like actual science, math or reading lessons at first, it lays the very important building blocks for more advanced skills. Preschool lessons are usually hands-on experiences much more than learning by drills or by memorization, although drills and rote lessons are certainly an important part of early learning and are the stepping stones for lessons in logic and higher learning. Elementary teachers in general are increasingly using more props or manipulatives to help children learn difficult concepts and to develop problem-solving skills. Preschool teachers use play and music to teach lessons. They also use games to help with such skills as letter recognition, phonics and beginning reading skills, numbers and early math skills, and lessons in science and nature awareness. Preschool teachers work with one group of students, which stay with the teacher in the same classroom throughout the entire school day, with the exception of when the students leave the classroom for special lessons in subjects such as gym, music, art, library and technology. Some schools pair 2 or more teachers together as a teaching team, responsible for a larger group of students. They may teach for 2 years in a row in a multi-level group. Students in this type of classroom are more able to work at concepts until they are mastered, without the pressure of moving along to the next section of study and ultimately to the next grade, with a new teacher. Increasingly, preschool teachers are expected to pursue extra coursework in different skills in order to help their children. Teachers are also increasingly encouraged or are even required to continue their training in cultural awareness. Teachers work with students from different background and religious groups in the community, hence, teachers need to include multicultural lessons in their classrooms to benefit every student regardless of their backgrounds. Preschool teachers are increasingly moving away from judging student performance based upon individual test results and grades. Instead, they are more often building or assisting their students to build portfolios of their work. The student's overall body of work is then evaluated, rather than just a series of test results and grades. This type of evaluation system has become a popular means of spotting areas where a student may need help. The teacher can also be a helpful resource to parents who wish to help their youngsters, with or without special needs or difficulties, and can recommend activities to cultivate talents and interests, and to improve areas where the student may be academically weak. Preschool teachers spend nearly their entire day interacting with their students. They must enjoy or at least have a high tolerance for this level of interaction every day. Preschool teachers must be able to communicate clearly and to be heard by the entire class. They must be able to listen carefully, and to drown out background noises when focusing on one student. Preschool teachers must also be patient when listening to students, some of whom will not be able to clearly enunciate their words. Preschool teachers must not only be well skilled in teaching methods, they also must be very in tune with their students in order to adjust teaching methods to help every student reach his or her learning potential. Although good preschool teachers have traits that are unique, and there is no single personality profile for great teachers, generally it helps to be organized, dependable, patient and creative. Preschool teachers should be very good at communicating on many different levels, through many different means. It is just as important for the preschool teacher to communicate effectively with other teachers, parents and administrators. Preschool teachers should also be very sensitive to the needs of their students. Youngsters will express their needs verbally and non-verbally, so preschool teachers should remain keenly aware of both types of messages from their students. Most people who choose to pursue a career in preschool teaching have social interests. They like working around other people and enjoy activities which help others. They feel comfortable offering guidance to others and being of service to many people. They also usually have artistic interests. They enjoy working on activities which are expressive, both visually, in art projects, physically, in games and outdoor play, and musically, in singing and dancing as a means of teaching other concepts. Preschool teachers must be an expert in multitasks. They must be able to change activities quickly to accommodate short attention spans, and they must be able to work with several groups of students, each working on different activities, at one time. They must be keen listeners, and able to drown out those things that are background noise. Preschool teachers should be excellent motivators and have the ability to inspire young people to learn, as well as the ability to direct students' attention for defined periods of time. They should be excellent mediators and learn how to help students resolve conflict. They should be sensitive and firm enough to direct student behavior and help them to learn appropriate behaviors without harming their self-esteem. Preschool teachers must be quick on their feet. Children at that age don't always understand logical consequences for certain behaviors, and often the behavior of a 5-year-old is illogical when viewed through adult eyes. Preschool teachers must be able to understand those behaviors and quickly make sense of them. They also must be able to quickly judge the benefits or negative consequences of every action. Preschool teachers must, probably more than any other teachers, learn to think outside the box. They must be able to see things through fresh eyes every day, to be able to see things from a vantage point closer to the ground, and to be willing to constantly change, whether it's changing the position of classroom furniture, or decorations, or even teaching models, in order to keep students aware and alert. Preschool teachers should have some musical and artistic abilities, in order to teach through music and song, and through art projects. Preschool teachers should also have a high level of physical endurance as well as agility and mobility.